It's with great pleasure that I introduce you to our commencement speaker, Mr. Troy Gregory. Mr. Gregory is Executive Director of Strategy and Redesign for Business Banking Lending at J.P. Morgan Chase. He's a 1996 Shawnee State University graduate from the Plastics Engineering Technology program. He's used his expertise in process engineering and SSU degree to continue to advance his education and career. He's a member of the Shawnee State University Development Foundation. We appreciate his continued support strengthening the university and our programs, and we appreciate his friendship. Help me welcome alumnus Troy Gregory.
Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, honored guests, and of course, the remarkable class of 2024. As I stand before you today, I'm filled with both nostalgia and excitement, reminiscing about my own journey from these hallowed halls to the world beyond. Graduates, congratulations on reaching this significant milestone, and welcome to the distinguished ranks of Shawnee State University alumni. I graduated more than a few years ago, and I've lived in Columbus for about the past 25 years, so I doubt many of you know me. I am a kid from Scioto County. My dad's family is from Sciotaville, my mom's family is from Portsmouth, and I grew up on the west side. I don't know who needs to hear this, but contrary to popular opinion, ciders and pirates can in fact live in harmony. My wife and better half graduated from Wheelersburg, and even though we live in Columbus, our hearts are never far from this county, and for me in particular, Shawnee State. I fondly recall my time here in the plastics program. In the early 90s, we had professors like Dr. Trampy, Jeff Humble, Roger Shearer leading the way. I can still recall Dr. Trampy turning to the board and writing nearly a chapter's worth of content on the board without skipping a beat. We all sort of joked that he must have had some bonus memory chips in that head of his. I'd like to tell you that I was an exceptional student. In reality, I was super good enough. And I may have spent a little bit too much time playing ping pong rather than studying to be the next Dr. Trampy. So far, so good. So good enough has gotten me through. I went from the plastics industries to heavy truck. For a little while, I made data center products, and eventually I landed at J.P. Morgan Chase, where I'm now an executive director. I won't bore you with the ups and downs of my career, but I will tell you that without question, it all started right here at Shawnee State University. I'd like to now turn my attention to you, the graduating class. Clearly, you've triumphed over tribulation to be here today. You should be proud of this. You should be proud of this accomplishment, and I honor your commitment. Maybe some of you are the first in your family to graduate from college, which is particularly impressive because you're charting new territory. However, as I salute you, I am very clear that I am also recognizing your support network. Maybe, just like me, you lived with an aunt and an uncle while you attended college, and maybe they helped feed your insatiable college appetite. I don't know if you're out there, Susie, but thanks for those continued macaroni and cheese meals. Maybe you use some of the university's incredibly valuable resources made possible by my peers on the Development Foundation. And let's not forget the apex of the support network, your parents. In fact, let's pause for a moment and give a round of applause to those that helped you. And when we're done here today, make sure to say thanks, at least to some of those that have helped you on your way to graduation. All right, what good would a commencement speech be without giving a nod to the obvious next step, the workplace? I want to tell you that your first job need not be glamorous or the job that you retire from. As I was graduating Shawnee State, I was married and we were having our first child. It was imperative for me to get a job to support my young family So while I took time to interview for various roles in plastics, I took a production job at Honda, where I installed 410 rear seats a day in a seemingly endless line of Honda Civics. While I wasn't very excited to be doing that rear seat job, and I wasn't particularly good at it, I learned the valuable lesson about the importance of a good process. And eventually, I became a process engineer. That has fueled my career over the past 20 or so years. So take it from me, getting started is much more important than getting it perfect. Now, I promised President Braun that I wouldn't stand between a hungry graduating class and their celebratory lunches. So it's time for me to wrap up. I'd like to pull from my personal interests in mountain sports. I do love rock climbing and mountain biking, if anybody wants to go. So anyway, I would like to wrap this up. And I recall the words of David McCullough Jr., who said, "Climb mountains, not so the world can see you, but so you can see the world." Thank you.